because my family decided I would go to the military forces. And I'm a person that don't want to say no for everyone. I always want to say yes. I'm an extremely happy person. And it followed me by like 3 years, 4 years. But the change in my life comes with the science. And I'd like to ask you, did you imagine that a scientific question, a scientific project can change your life? And I answer you, yes, it can change. But if you are lost or in a place that you don't know where to go, or if you have a place and a person that is saying, oh, you have to follow this way, and follow this way, you have to follow this two person. But someone will help you. And the person who helped me is there, that's Michael Douglas, because I was extremely decided by my family that I have to go to military forces. But he showed me, Vinicius, you can follow the way that you want. And he knows that I'm extremely passionate about science because in the early my life, I was extremely passionate about making like submarines, water, and when I decided, and they said, oh, Vini, you can present your project in scientific fairs and build innovations. My heart extremely throbbed in a different way that I have never felt. So I decided I would take my project, and I treated it like that, a difference and a change in my life, because it was never a comeback. Because when I take the point that I would make my project, Michael Douglas is always with me. And it was on 2019 first, and in the first year, we take the pandemic, and I thought, oh my God, how I would take my project, how I would develop that. Primarily because I work with thermoelectric thin films. I need a lab to work with my project. And even though I cannot go to the lab in the first moment, I take throughout the literature to define my project. And Michael Douglas is always with me, but it's the second part of my history, because I have never entered on a laboratory to work with my project or anything. And when I entered, I came into a passion, because I had the opportunity to develop my project, primarily work with points that even doctors are not working. And in that point, I decided that I would follow in a different way. And I got the challenge, because when I prepare thermoelectric thin films, we have to work with a deposition vacuum is extremely high, like really high, and I have a poor condition. And any literature have worked with this. So I had to change all of this, and throughout the challenges that I have never imagined that I had to work. And in the end of the year, when I got the credential for ISEF, my heart extremely throbbed as I have never imagined. And be here, talk with you, showing my passion, because as I have said, and I will conclude my presentation in that way, because I have never imagined that I would be here. I would imagine that I would go to the military forces, and even imagine that I could be studying in the United States in the next year. And that's extremely good to be here. And I hope that everyone that is here has the opportunity to change your life by the science and work with what are the things that you love. Because you are perfect, you have great ideas. And I would like to ask you a first question. Did you have opportunity to think about a scientific question and let this passionate you? Let me ask you one person. You, what's your name? So did you think that the project can change your life? And what's your age? 14. And what's your interest? What's your interest area? What's your interest area? If you have the opportunity to develop a project, what would you make? Oh, perfect. So, but that's a good point, because you don't have to be prepared to, oh my God, I have a scientific question already developed. You don't have to follow this way, because you are extremely young, and the science is made for this. And I will conclude my presentation saying that the science can change your life You are extremely young, but you can change the world. I gave a network yesterday to show about my project, and they asked me about the change that we got in the science, and I said, oh my God, you have everything about on your mind, about the dreams, and even imagine the science is a person like an old person with white hairs, and no, you are the next generation of future leaders in STEM, and you can make the difference in the world and create the dreams that you have on your intrinsic mind. Put everything out of your mind and create the innovations, because we have here on ISEF more than 1,000 finalists. So can you imagine if you have all the previous generations of ISEF finalists working for the innovations and